Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Before I get into this video, I just want to give you guys some bad news. Unfortunately, Jack will no longer be with us for the remainder of this month. He was getting mouldy and rotten on the inside, and unfortunately I had to chuck him out. But on the more upside or positive side, I have a new assistant. This is Nightmare. Because it truly was making this damn thing for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it hopefully as much as I will. They're a real pain in the bum trying to make these things. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is David, and if you are new here, hi, welcome. And if you have been watching my channel for a while now, welcome back. So in today's video, I will be doing the Halloween book tag. I was tagged to do this video by the incredible Lady Jane Books. If you don't know who Lady Jane is, she is the one person to go to for horror books. Even though she doesn't really strictly like horror, she does review other stuff on her channel and do tag videos and other stuff, but the majority of her content and the stuff that she reads is strictly horror based. So if you haven't watched her channel, I will link it down below, but I highly recommend that you do so. She is awesome and fantastic, and she without doubt has the ability to put a smile on my face no matter how down I am, no matter how hard my day was at work or how awkward or whatever. I can just watch her videos and it instantly cheers me up. So please watch her channel and her videos, and subscribe if you want to. Question 1. Name a favourite scary must-read book for the Halloween period. For this one, I have got 2 books that came to mind. First off was one that I read this year, which was The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. This was a really scary read, even though it's a very short read, so if you are a slow reader, or if you aren't really sure whether horror is going to be your thing, I cannot recommend The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker enough. It did have a movie that was based on it called Hellraiser, and the difference between the movie and the book isn't very different. It's very similar, but obviously the novel, because it's shorter than the movie, you know, and they had to condense a lot of its of the stuff down. But I would highly recommend that you not watch it, give it a read. The second one is Salem's Lot by Stephen King, and yeah, it's about a small town infested with vampires that slowly becomes rotten and gets slowly overtaken by vampires. Question 2. The scariest book cover ever. So this was very difficult for me. While I'm talking to you guys about this, I will put a bunch of pictures up here to show you covers that I personally think that are scary to me or creepy to me. The thing with fear is that it's objective. Like everything else, fear is objective, and you may have different phobias. Like you may be afraid of clowns, spiders, cats, whatever. If you are afraid of spiders, and there's a massive spider on the cover of the book, that may frighten you more than it does me. It takes a lot to get me scared and frightened in the book, but yeah, I don't really have so as I said, there'll be some covers up on the top corner there, so somewhere, that will be able to show you what books I think are a bit creepy. Question 3. If you could go trick-or-treating with any author, who would you pick? Do I really have to say it's obviously going to be Stephen King, the master of horror, my favourite author of all time since 2017, since I started reading on a regular basis. If I had to pick a second option that wasn't as obvious, I would probably pick his son, Joe Hill, as I have been a massive fan of his work. Not just because he is a son of Stephen King, but Joe Hill is a great author in his own right. So if I could have picked Stephen King, if I had to pick someone else, then I would definitely, without a doubt, pick his son Joe Hill. Question 4. If you could dress up as any bookish character for Halloween, who would you be? Now, I had to think about this one for a little bit. I've never gone trick-or-treating in my life, not even when I was a small boy. I've never been trick-or-treating before, whether it's over here or a different country. I've never done it before. And I've never really gone to Halloween parties as well, so I know. I've never been, I like horror, but I suppose I've never really been invited to one, so I haven't really attended one. But if I had to go as any bookish character, the person that I would choose to go as is either Arthur Dent in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or Roland from the Dark Tower series. If I had to put them into some sort of order, I would probably go as Roland first, and then Arthur Dent second if I had to pick one. But if my favourite would be Roland from the Dark Tower books by Stephen King. Question 5. If you could find anything from any book in your trick-or-treat stash, what would you hope to find? This one was kind of a difficult one for me to think of an answer, so I had to go on Goodreads and have a look at all the books that I had read like for a while, to go through them and have a good think. But if I had to choose one object, it doesn't say how big or how small it can be, it just says an object. I would definitely pick the wardrobe from the Narnia series. That would be so cool to have that in my room or somewhere in the house or somewhere. And you could like go, and I could go into it and go into Narnia and go into a different world. It probably wouldn't be as different as what my life is now, because I spend so much time reading and spending so much time in different worlds, whether they are based on the real world or based on fiction or whatever. I'm always in a fictional world. But if I had to choose for something to find in my Halloween stash, that's what I would choose. Question 6. In what fictional worlds would you like to go trick-or-treating? So while I was watching Lady Jane do her version of this tag and she came to this question, I instantly knew what my answer was going to be for this question. And the place that I would like to go to do trick-or-treating is definitely, without a doubt, Derry in the Stephen King world, where Pennywise resides. That would be so cool to go trick-or-treating in the place where this killer clown is around, and it's not even a proper like a human being, it's like a mystical figure. That would be so cool, just to go into this town that's steeped in history and it has this killer clown around it. That would be really, really creepy. Question 7. What book villain would you not like to meet alone in a dark alley on Halloween? So for this one, I had to think about this one yet again when I came to it. I had to look at all of my books that I've read on my Goodreads accounts. To try to find out who I would choose for this question. And I would choose Annie Wilkes from the Misery book by Stephen King. Even though she isn't from another universe, she is a physical, like a real woman. She doesn't have any powers or anything like that, but she is mentally unstable, and she in the book she has the ability to be nice and sweet 1 minute, and then at the next, at the turn of a hat or the next second, she has the ability to become your worst nightmare and evil and someone that you wouldn't want to cross. To meet her in a dark alley would be incredibly scary and unnerving. If you've seen the movie starring Kathy Bates, I love that movie so much. She is such a crazy woman in that movie. Oh my god, I mean, is it really a surprise that she got like an Oscar for that role? She is such a great actress in that role, and she's perfect as playing that character of Annie Wilkes. So that's who I would choose. Question 8. What would you rather dress up as? A vampire, zombie, werewolf, or shadow hunter? Okay, before I get into this question, could someone please let me know in the comments what a shadow hunter is, because I have no idea what that is supposed to be or what it means. So if you know what a shadow hunter is, please let me know, as I'm generally interested and curious about what it actually means. So with the shadow hunter option to one side, and if I had to choose between a vampire, werewolf or a zombie, I would definitely without a doubt pick a werewolf. I just find this concept of this of a human being transforming without their control, or I mean without any control, into this other creature is incredibly visually stimulating to look at and interesting, and bringing out man's deepest, desires, hidden desires, like our animal instincts, rise to the surface. If you've seen the film American Werewolf in London, the scene where the main character changes into the werewolf is such a great scene. I don't even think it has any CGI in it. It's all practical effects. It is such a dark and creepy scene. It's like, oh my word, you cannot look away when that scene happens. So that's what I would choose to go as. Question 9. Pick a candy, just one, from Harry Potter that you would love to find in your stash. Now, as I'm a big fan of the Harry Potter movies, I've seen all of them numerous times. I've been to the studio over here before numerous times, and I haven't read all of the Harry Potter books, so I don't know. I don't have a list about all the Harry Potter candy. I know the obvious ones, which are chocolate frogs and Bertie Bott's beans, but I felt that people would be saying either one of them two in the response to this question. So what I would choose, I'm going to choose something slightly different. I would choose licorice ones, as I like licorice. But I suppose chocolate frogs would actually be cool. I would probably be more interested in collecting the cards rather than the frogs themselves. And I do have a bunch of the chocolate frog cards. These are the official ones, the hologram ones, and that's what they are. Got little holograms on them, tells you what the character's little bio on the back. And these are the official ones, as I said. You can get I wouldn't say fake ones, but you can get slightly different ones, and they had these little cards in it, still holograms, but they're kind of a pain because they're slightly bent. Not much, but it's enough to wind you up. But yeah, they're kind of cool. And question 10. What is your favourite Halloween candy? Now for this one, I have no idea. I mean, when it comes to what sweets or candy I like to eat, it really depends about what's available. What have you got? That's my response. I mean, if you've got candy, it doesn't really matter what ones it is. Mints, chocolates, toffee. Well, not toffee. I try not to eat as much toffee nowadays. But it really doesn't mind. I mean, I really don't mind or care. But I suppose I really like licorice. As I said in my previous answer, I do love licorice. I do love the Reese's Pieces. It doesn't matter what ones they are, but usually it's just a standard cups. But whatever ones I can get hold of. Cherry licorice is cool as well. I do like chocolate, but I'm not really picky when it comes to what sweets I have, whether they're American candy or whether they are British candy. I don't really mind, as long as it tastes good and it's not overly sweet and it doesn't have too much powder and all that stuff all over it. Then I'll eat anything that you give him, that you put in front of me. And the last thing I need to do for this video is to tag somebody. I'm going to tag 3 people in this, to actually do this video. The first one's going to be Tiffany at Loveless Degrees, Slowly Read, and Flipping Pages. If I haven't mentioned your channel and you watch my videos on a regular basis, I didn't want to actually make like a massive list of people and just read out a massive list of people that I wanted to do this tag or pass this tag on to. So if you want to do this tag, you can just say that I tagged you if you want to do it. And lastly guys, as a quick reminder, please go over to Lady Jane's Books channel. She is such a great booktuber. And she likes reading all sorts of books with serial killers and fictional books with horror and murders and all that type of stuff. So I would highly recommend that you go and check her channel out. She is awesome and all that. So please go and check her channel out. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you would like to. If you do subscribe to my channel, please click on the little bell notification just so you know whenever I upload videos. I upload videos every Monday and Friday. And with all that said guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading, and I will see you in my next video.